What's up, everybody? This is David. I'm your host. You're listening to the last podcast where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If this is your first time listening, welcome. Thank you for listening. I hope that you will enjoy the show. If you're returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope you continue to find tips, ideas, value, and a little entertainment at times to brighten up your day. Today is Poetry Friday, and I am so happy to be able to read a poem from one of my favorite poets, and it's by Maya Angelou, and it's called Still I Rise. You may write down, and I do apologize, you may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumped in my living room? Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hopes springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lower eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard? 'Cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history, shame, I rise. Up from the past that rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. That poem is by Maya Angelou, and she is one of my favorite poets. And I have one more poem, and this is by Emily Dickerson. It's a short poem, and it's called Hope is the Thing with Feathers. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chilliest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asks a crumb of me. Hope is the thing with feathers, and that was by Emily Dickerson. Well, that is the poems that I wanted to read today, and I hope you guys really enjoy that. If you have a poem that you want to read, go ahead and send me an email at thelastpodcast443@gmail.com, and I will either read it, or you can send me a audio and I will go ahead and play it here on this show. There's another poem that I'll probably read. It's short, and it's an old one that I've written. It's called Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones loves crack and her babies don't eat. You can find Mrs. Jones in the crack house while her kids roam the street. Mrs. Jones sells her body to anyone who will buy, while her kids experiment on the street and give drugs a try. This is a sad affair that we see all too often. while Mrs. Jones comes up and has her untimely end, her kids becomes orphans. That was Mrs. Jones, and that was written by me. And again, you're listening to the last podcast. My name is Dave, and I am your host. I hope to hear from you guys. I love it when you send me the emails and say kind things. I really appreciate it. For all you guys that want to send a poem, like I said before, just go ahead and send it to the last podcast 443 at gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Until then, have a great weekend. Y'all take care. Bye.